The lab work we're doing today is pretty dangerous. Please do not try this at home. Well, hello everyone. Did you hear my ominous warning about today? My name is Captain Richard. Welcome to Pirate Science. I know today is what? What is today? Wednesday? Today's Wednesday. Normally we would be doing some kind of making thing, but you know, our whole schedule is kind of thrown off because Monday was Labor Day and it's the first week of school. Well, first week of specials. So, I've been so excited about doing this project that I wanted to show it off today. And this is part 1. Next Monday, Pirate Science, we will do part 2, which will be even more explosively fun. Okay? Today, we are going to, I'm going to show you the lab that I did making this. Now this is black powder. I just finished the lab, and seconds ago I finished making the video that goes along with the lab. So we're going to get to watch that all together. All right. Let's see who's with us today. I see Tucker. I see Oliver. Hello, guys. Glad to see you in the chat with us today. So this is black powder. This is what pirates used to fire their guns, fire their cannons, lots of, anything we needed to blow up. This is what we would use. Okay. Now this is a small amount of it. I just made this. I just got back from school. The rest of it is outside of my front lawn in a tin tray drying in the sun. So this is not even totally finished. You can see it's kind of like a little lumpy. I need to like crush it up more and dry it out even more. So guys, you are just joining. I literally just finished this. I could not be more excited about how things went today. I'm really pretty pumped to show you what we made. Rihanna and Reagan, hello to you guys also. Reagan, I saw your brother today. He asked me some questions about what I was doing at school. Okay, today's learning target is I cannot make black powder. Guys, I know that most of the times our learning targets are things that we can do. Today, I don't want you making black powder because black powder is explosive. Today is just like you get all the joy of just sitting back and watching Captain do some science. I had never done this before, so I didn't know how safe it was going to be. And it was okay safety because I wore goggles. I was very slow. I read the instructions 1 billion times, but please don't make explosives at home. Not even a little bit. Okay? Noah is with us and Kaylin is too. So happy to have you guys here also. I go boom. No, nobody go boom. That's the warning message, okay? Do not. Okay. So before we begin, just real quick, remember, please go to mrincorvia.com, your place for all cool STEM needs. There's cool STEM games. There's cool STEM web quests. There's cool coding stuff. Anything that you want, is so much fun. Lots of stuff to do. And if your parents are like, hey, what are you doing on that computer? You can be like, hey, relax. I'm on mrincorvia.com, the cool place for all STEM stuff. And they'll be like, okay. All right. So go to mrincorvia.com. Also, if you ever have any cool science questions or if you want to suggest something, please email me at my email, which is right there, rincorvia@answercharterschool.org. Okay, let's see here. Explode cake. Yes, that is going to be in part 2. Clara, hello. Good to see you. And Micah with us too. Yes, I miss you too. I mean, really, like, it has been very difficult for me. But today we're going to share what science fruits that we have done all together with us, okay? All right, so hello, Chloe. And Alice is with us too. And Ruby. Guys, I saw you come in at the last moment yesterday. Okay, so let's get going. Black powder. Again, a warning. Do not try this at home. Okay, let me restart the video here. There we go. Okay, so this is a video I made today. Not just today, like 10 seconds ago, this video finished making. I was sitting here like looking at my stream schedule coming up and being like, oh my God, is it going to be done on time? And thankfully it was done on time. So we can all share it together. I know it's hard to say there, but it says, warning, do not do this at home. Black powder is dangerous. Okay, and it certainly is dangerous, okay? Let's go. Let's watch this thing. Okay, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to explain. Who's that handsome guy? I'm going to explain the 3 things that make up black powder, okay? Here we go.
If you've ever been to a barbecue, then you know what this is. Charcoal. Charcoal is wood that has gone through a special heating process. We take wood and we put it in an environment that doesn't have a lot of oxygen, so it can't burn, but we heat it up quite a lot. What happens is all of the water and plant and animal material gets burned up and goes away, leaving us with just this. Pure carbon. Now the carbon and charcoal that go into black powder is not the kind of charcoal that you might use at a barbecue. That has all kinds of chemicals and lighter fluid added to it to give you an easier time when you are grilling something. This charcoal is 100% pure, no chemicals added. I'm going to need some help turning this into a fine dust.
Okay, so that is an important thing. Don't I can't use any of like the quick light barbecue charcoal that has like lighter fluid in it. Mess up the whole thing, okay? Hello, Lucy. Hello, Turner. Turner is always with us. Okay, let's go. Let's take a watch. Let's see who's gonna help us. I think you know.
Okay, this is just an audio sync, okay? Okay. Here we are with James. Hello, James. Where are you right now, James?
In STEM class.
In my new STEM room, okay? And today you're going to help me grind up some charcoal. And before you have a tool. Do you know what that is?
Charcoal?
That is not charcoal. What is this?
It's going to grind up the charcoal?
Yes, it is. This is called a mortar and pestle.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. And and then in this bag is the charcoal. You want to reach into that bag and pull out one of the lumps of charcoal.
Oh, this is dirty wood.
It looks a lot like dirty wood. Yeah, you're gonna have to wash our hands after this.
I didn't know you actually meant it was like actually full under.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, we're gonna grind it up.
So put that guy in the mortar there, which is the bowl. There you go. Yep, just drop it in there. Okay, now, yes, so you got some charcoal dust on you, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now normally while doing this, we want to wear a mask so we don't breathe in any of the dust. Are you wearing a mask?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, but we're also going to need some eye protection. So grab some eye protection.
And plus we're also wearing the mask for COVID and for the charcoal.
That's right. Perfect, okay? All right, grab that stick, crush that up.
Charcoal.
Good. Now, and use it to grind too. You can crush, and grind. Yep. Okay. Let's see how much we've made. Okay. So, pour it into the cup.
Pour it into the cup.
Oh wait, not yet. First, what we're gonna do? We have this here. Look. we have this digital scale. Okay, so this is a scientific scale. We're going to turn it on.
All right.
Okay. Now, before we're just going to tell us how many grams of charcoal we've ground up here. So first, let's put the cup on. How many grams does the cup weigh?
It's 80. It looks like 90.
It's actually 9.0 grams, so 9 grams. So here, press the T button there. Okay, now it zeroes it out, okay? So now we're not weighing the cup. So now put all of this into the cup.
This is going to be dusty, isn't it?
Yep, go on.
Oh, damn.
Ooh, this is why we're wearing masks, right?
Mhm.
You want to breathe
that
out.
very cold experiment where you got the cold substance?
The liquid nitrogen. Okay, here.
Mm-hmm.
Put that on the scale.
Let's see how much it weighs now.
All right, we have made
12.3.
12.3 grams. Good job. High five. Okay.
Okay, so that's the charcoal. Okay? Yes. Turner's reminding you to like the video. That's right. Okay, so we crushed up the charcoal, and now we're going to talk about the second two ingredients, okay?
Prime ingredient in black powder is KNO3, the chemical known as potassium nitrate. I have here some spectricide stump remover, which is pure potassium nitrate. Potassium nitrate is a great oxidizer, so it's really good at getting rid of the stumps you want removed from your yard. You can use it to eat it away or to even burn it out. Because it is such a good oxidizer, it's our primary ingredient in black powder. We're going to dissolve some of it in water to help it fuse together with our other ingredients. The last and smallest ingredient we need to make black powder is the element sulfur. Sulfur is the same element you find in the tip of a match. I found a bag of sulfur at a gardening store. It was the only sulfur I could find. I didn't know that you can use sulfur to protect some plants from mold and bugs and some mildew. Really interesting. It says here that this is dusting and wettable sulfur. Now that's interesting because I know that sulfur is water insoluble, meaning it won't mix with water. If you pour some sulfur in water and stir it up really hard, it won't mix. So I see here that it says that this bag is 90% sulfur, which is what we want. But there's also 10% inert ingredients. Inert means it doesn't do anything, but it might do something to our black powder because sulfur is water insoluble. So I'm guessing that this whatever these ingredients are is what makes the sulfur dustable and wettable.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to eat any sulfur.
black
That
powder.
is not good.
But you know, that's science. Science is a process which helps us figure out what works and what doesn't work for sure. And so, you know, if this 10% messes up our black powder, well, at least we've done some science and learned something.
Okay, so this next part I've sped up, and I'm just going to talk you through it, guys, okay? So this is where I'm going to combine all of the ingredients. So first I had to weigh out all of the 3 ingredients. And the 3 ingredients were what? Do you guys remember? Charcoal, potassium nitrate, sulfur. Those are the 3, okay? Charcoal, potassium nitrate, sulfur. All right, so what I'm doing is and they have to be mixed at the right ratios. So I did a little bit of math, and I figured out I need about, what was it, like, well, I guess we can look at the scale. It was 20 grams of charcoal and 100 grams of potassium nitrate and what was it, like 13 grams of sulfur? I don't know. We'll see. I can't remember. Yeah, you are right on it. Sulfur. Good job, Alice. Sulfur. Yeah, it's a strange spelling, huh? Sulfur. You know what? Sulfur, you think sulfur goes boom. I lit some sulfur on fire and it was very interesting. It was more of like a liquid flame. It was this blue puddle. I thought it was going to go flash like a match, but no, it was like this really slow burning process. It was and it was the fire was like oozing around. It also creates a very toxic gas, so you don't want to breathe any burning sulfur. Okay, so now I'm going to pour in the KNO3. This is the potassium nitrate, the stump remover. I need 100 grams of this, so you can see I am pouring it in. You can see the little numbers on the scale go up. We need that guy to hit 100. Is Stella with us today? Where's Stella? She's normally here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do is, now that I have my 3 ingredients done, what I need to do is I'm going to mix the potassium nitrate in with water. And also we're going to make it super saturated. For those of you who remember doing mixtures and solutions with us last year, who remembers doing mixtures and solutions? That was like the 4th and 5th grade. So I'm going to make a super saturated, there's Stella. I'm going to make a super saturated mixture of, or a super saturated solution of water and the potassium nitrate. So right now I'm measuring out 40 milliliters of water, and that is going to go into the potassium nitrate. I'm going to put the glass beaker right on this hot plate, and I think I'm plugging it in right now. I'm like, where did Captain Richard go? It was fire when, oh, I missed that chat. What was that? What do I need? Oh, was it like fire when you light rubbing alcohol? Yeah, kind of like that. It looked a lot like that. I'll find a sulfur video and we'll share it next week. What do I need it for? Pirates need black powder so that we can fire our cannons. Okay, so what I'm doing is, okay, pause. So what I'm doing is I am making a saturated solution of the potassium nitrate. So we want the potassium nitrate to be completely in the water. So what we do is, like, if you think of like water as like a bunch of ping pong balls, we can fit some of the potassium nitrate inside of it, right? In between the cracks of the ping pong balls. But if we throw all the ping pong balls in the air, then there's a lot more space, right? So what we're doing is we're heating up the water so that more potassium nitrate can get into the space between the water molecules, okay? And I'm now, in my other hand, I'm shaking it up. That is the charcoal and sulfur, okay? Once the solution is totally saturated, we're going to add the charcoal and the sulfur mix. Now, unfortunately, something happened with my hold on a second. Something happened in the with my recording. So I didn't get to, I don't think I got to show you what happens when we mix it. For some reason, so you can see it's bubbling there. I was like, okay, good. Now we're going to add, I wonder if I get to show you.
Okay,
Yeah.
so it's
So for some reason, I poured it in and the recording turned off. So guys, this is what happened. I just poured it in. It became this black mixture. It bubbled, stirred it around, and then I brought it outside for this next step. The next step here is we need to cool off the mixture really quickly. So what we're going to do is we are going to pour some isopropyl alcohol right in it, and I've chilled it so it is very cold. It will hit the mixture and it will cool it down, and then we're going to put it in the refrigerator. Okay?
Still hot in there. I also have here some isopropyl alcohol, which I've chilled. This is supposed to go in here. I've never done this before, obviously, so let's see what happens. So the substance gets cooled immediately. Forgot my stirring stick, so impromptu stick. Stir that up.
Picked a stick up from the ground.
It's kind of bubbling down there. Okay. So cool little alcohol bath to cool it down. There it is. Now we're gonna put this in the freezer. Okay, so here we are back in school. Just gonna take our mixture here. Okay, and it is cooled down a bit. I'm gonna put it into the freezer.
Okay, it's kind of hard to see what I'm doing here because I'm trying to work with one hand on my phone and one hand holding the thing. I'm trying to put it in the little freezer here, but I become concerned because the glass is still pretty hot, and you don't want glass to go from suddenly cold to suddenly hot to suddenly cold, because it can become brittle and break. So we don't want that to happen, and I'm just a little concerned. So I'm going to put it in the refrigerator part to cool it down a little slower, and then put it into the freezer. But the instruction said to cool it down as fast as possible, but I wanted to avoid that since my container was glass.
Hopefully, I'm a little wary of putting it right on the freezer. I'm gonna put it down here to chill, and then we'll move it to the freezer once it's a little cool, because I don't want to put the glass right into the freezer while it's hot. I'm like, tragedy today at Answer Charter School as science teacher blows up science room making gunpowder. I had no...
So that's me joking about, like, I've never made gunpowder before, so, this black powder is a little scary for me. So basically what we did here is it became this, like, really sticky, too fast. It became this, like, really sticky substance, and I didn't get to show you because it required both my hands. I had to squeeze it through some cheesecloth, so that way all of the alcohol and water would get out. So it's pretty cold right now, and it made this really like sticky substance. Okay, it's like tar. It's like sandy tar. Okay, and then again, just a little warning. Don't do this at home, guys. Now, here's why, okay? We finished. I took it home. I put it in a like a baking tin, and it's outside right now, still drying. It still needs to be, like, when it's like wet, it's like sand. When sand gets wet, it gets like clumpy, right? But I wanted to try some of it. I wanted to show you what the black powder can do, okay? So I let it dry as much as possible. I got a little bit of a clump. I tried to break it up with my fingers. You can see that it's much more powdery now. So the next clip you're going to see is of me lighting some of it on fire, okay? And it is in slow motion. So that way you can see it. So there's the fire. You can see that some of the black powder is black and some of it is like more gray. The gray is the drier black powder. That's what like we're doing here, okay? So this is in super slow motion. What's happening is the fire is actually drying it out first because it's not lighting on fire immediately. It's still a little wet. There it goes. Now that was super slow motion. All right, the whole thing took maybe 1 second when it was actually, it was like, psh. Let's watch that again. Let's watch it again. Pretty neat, huh? So that's burning black powder. It will burn even better once it's dried out and not clumped up. When it's like a powder, it will burn much faster and much quicker. So that's what we're gonna do next week. We got this cool black powder. I'll tell you the story next week. I'm going to tell you the story of why we're doing this. And what we're going to do with it. Okay, it is going to be explosively fun, I hope, right? I mean, I just want to say that I've never made this before, and there's so much stuff that I do with you guys that I've never done before, and it's super exciting for me when I'm like, I have these instructions and I gotta go find this material and I bring it all together and I'm like, is it going to work? Is it going to work? I don't know, like I'm making a mess, I'm weighing things out, who knows? But then when that black powder lights up and science happens, that is such a great feeling. Okay, I'm really happy to share this with you guys. Next week it's going to be an even more crazy piece of pirate science. Okay, so let's watch the video. Let's watch that burn one more time because I love it so much. All right, and then you'll just have to hold your horses for part 2 Monday at 1 o'clock. All right, let's watch this. Let's watch this guy one more time here. Here we go. So it's drying out. You can see there's even a little spark flips off at one point. There it goes. Oh, there's the one little spark, right? I love it. It's pretty, isn't it? I think it's pretty. Beautiful, beautiful little fire color there. Okay, guys, so here's the deal. Next week, Monday at 1 o'clock, that is the Pirate Science episode you do not want to miss, okay? Tomorrow, we're doing pandemic science, and there'll be another video kind of like today where I test how good masks are, which is a pretty funny video. Okay, so check that out tomorrow 1 o'clock, and then Friday 1 o'clock is Answer Plays Minecraft. Okay, so 1 o'clock every day right here. Go to mrincorvia.com. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock. What time? What time? Type it in the chat. Where's the chat? Is the chat over here for you guys? Is it over here for you guys? I don't know where the chat is. I'm like trapped in the YouTube. What time? What time? What time? All right. 1 o'clock tomorrow, guys. I will see you then. It was awesome. It was awesome hanging out with you. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, guys. Remember, do not make black powder at home.